Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, good afternoon, Lincoln. It's Mitzi Cruz here, host of Lincoln Live, the show that is all about you. And today we have a very special guest. We are here live with Miss Jean Cross. Super excited because I know you guys have been asking for us to hear from Jean for quite a while. So we're finally here, and she was so gracious. We had another interview scheduled, and then that wasn't going to happen for today, so that's a future episode. But as far as today, Jean was so flexible, and she was able to come and fill in for us, and so we're just super, super excited to be here live with her. So, Jean, thank you so much for agreeing to do the interview.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Myself. Okay, well, I've been doing art for almost 65 years, probably 70. Yeah.
I would.
I turned 70 in June.
Really?
Yeah. And I started when I was a kid because my dad was an artist and he was a decorator, and I would watch him make things, and I would copy him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was a high school teacher on and off for 42 years.
Wow.
And then when we moved to Lincoln, I subbed at the high school, Lincoln High School.
Yeah.
And got involved with art with the chamber. I was on the first committee for the Lincoln Showcase, and I did all the art for that for 3 or 4 years. And I've done murals for downtown. I've done banners and art for Emmaus Church and a number of other organizations. So I just keep myself busy. I love being busy.
I would have I never would have guessed that you would turn 70 in June. That's amazing.
Thank you. When I was a little younger, I think it was 2007, I did the back room at Bonaratti's. I designed that and did all the work on that.
Wow.
I've done a lot of the murals and stuff there. And so that's fun. I love being a part of my community.
Yes.
I love serving. Both my husband and I have been very involved in the community, as you can see, running for city council. And it's just very fulfilling to me. I would rather do something, a piece of artwork that can be enjoyed by the community rather than just a little thing that's going to go on somebody's wall and get lost. But
right.
I was very fortunate that I was a sculptor at Gladdy McBean for 6-7 years. And had a lot of experience, and I have pieces all over the United States on buildings.
Really?
Yeah. I was in Chicago one time, and I went, but of course my name's not on it. Nobody knows I did it, but I felt pretty proud.
Yeah.
It's going to be there for about 100 years. So.
Well, in Chicago, it's a city that's so rich in the arts and everything.
Absolutely.
What an honor. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. And what's next?
So I understand that when you guys first moved here, your husband actually worked at Gladdy McBean as well, right?
Yes, for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a sales manager and was responsible for the budgets and things of all the sales products. They have 5 different product lines. People can see the sewer pipe.
Right.
But there's actually 5 different product lines at Gladdy McBean. We moved to Cool for the first 6 years so that our son could finish high school at Golden Sierra, and then came down here and fell in love with Lincoln in 2000 and found our house. We're over on the west side and just love Lincoln.
That is amazing. I love that. So tell us about the Art League.
The Art League, okay. We started in 2012, and it was in response to the closure of the previous arts group. We had hoped to keep Feats of Clay running.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to many different things, they decided to close to the public, which I still hurts. But fortunately for Lincoln leadership, they do have some special tours or access.
Yeah.
So consider yourself very lucky to have been through there. And so there were 35 of us at the first meeting, and we decided to start a new group, and we became, within 6 weeks, we were formed, bylaws, nonprofit, and we were a cyber organization for the first year because we didn't have a place.
Oh.
And then the city allowed us to move into this building, which was the previous headquarters for Lincoln Arts.
Oh.
And so people kind of associated, art here for a while. It was also the video shop before that. And so it's a little confusion, but
A video shop.
a video shop. Most of the buildings here, I used to be partners at a gallery, what's now Lincoln Souvenirs and Gifts.
Okay.
That building was built in the 1860s.
Wow.
And so it has been grocery store, saw shop, insurance shop, all kinds of things. So if you walk around, and I do tours of downtown Lincoln.
Really?
Yeah, if people or groups are interested, I will do a tour for them. And especially the art walk, which I'd really like everybody to come downtown. It's a wonderful way to spend some time downtown looking at the murals that have been done.
Yeah.
And also, support one of our local restaurants. Oops. Sorry, just lost part of my ring.
Oh no. Which local restaurant?
Which local restaurant?
Yeah.
Well, Bonaratti's.
Yes.
Where I have a lot of investment there.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of great places.
So
you've done interviews.
Of course. So you just mean in general, the downtown?
Just general,
yes.
yeah. Just support the downtown.
Yes.
People say, well, we want this, and this, and this downtown. We're not going to get it until people support what we have.
Right.
Because you can't attract a new business to come into a town where people who live there are not supporting the current businesses.
Yeah.
And we can't compete with Roseville yet, but we have a lot of nice places. And Bierman's is opening again in January, and hopefully in January.
Yeah.
I don't know. Country Harvest.
Yes.
Best cinnamon rolls I've ever had.
Ever.
But anyway, back to the Art League.
Yes.
We have been here 6 years. The city has allowed us to use the building, and it's been great. We've had some wonderful receptions, some wonderful events. This show right now is called Adornments, and it's anything you would use to dress up an outfit.
Gotcha.
And I was fortunate to win third place with my necklace back there, made out of silk cocoons and knitted cord. So we have all kinds of recycled shows and watercolor shows and a lot of good things.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And so I understand you also have memberships.
Yes, we have memberships. We have family memberships, we have individual memberships, senior memberships, and even high school memberships. The young man who is now our gallery assistant, Dylan Silva, I met him when he was 14. Mm-hmm. When he was 16, he was chosen to be one of the muralists in the alley. And
I remember that.
Wonderful young man, and I'm just hoping for really great things to happen for him.
Yeah.
He started an art club at his high school. And so anyway, memberships are great, help support the arts in our community. We're also very involved with the public art group. There's a committee for public art, and if you've ever been, hopefully, frequently, downtown, you've seen the murals that have gone up, most recent being the mural on the side of the Mercado.
Yes.
And it's been a labor of love.
Yeah.
And I've done the what I call the guardians of the plaza.
Okay.
Their pictures up in the top of Kim's restaurant and the back of the insurance company.
Yeah.
And they kind of look down and then if you go down and you see a poker game going on, the two faces that you can see in the poker game are my husband Dan and my son Steve.
Oh, wow.
So I figured, you use the models that you have.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome. And
thanks.
We had the pleasure of watching the mural on the side of the Mercado go up.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool, just kind of seeing that. And they worked so hard on it, and just day in, day out.
Rafael Blanco is a professor at Feather River College, and just a really neat guy, very talented.
Yeah, that was incredible. And, I know faces are really hard to paint sometimes, but,
especially when you're doing them this big.
Right. But we've got some incredible art. And so if you guys if you haven't been to downtown recently, especially the holidays are coming, look at your Christmas list and see who on your Christmas list would benefit from a gift that you can buy locally, support local business. And do you guys also have items for sale here at the gallery?
We do. We have a really great gift shop if you want handmade, custom-made, can be custom-made, but handmade by artists from our community. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, and how better? When you're thinking of that perfect gift for somebody, how better to really nail it and just be able to tell them this is an exclusive piece custom made just for you, and it's not going to break the bank, but you're also supporting our community. So that's what keeps us all in business. That's what it's all about, and keeps the tax dollars here in Lincoln.
And we have artists from the community, from Sun City, Lincoln Hills, from kids even. That have entered our shows, and Dylan's a young man.
Yes.
And so we have some great things, and we have some fun things that have been made out of pieces of Gladdy McBean. We had a challenge to paint on or decorate. It's vitrified clay pipe. I'm not supposed to say sewer pipe. It's vitrified clay pipe.
Yes.
And it's amazing what you can do with a piece of vitrified clay pipe.
Right. Well, and the human imagination is just so incredible. I mean, you can picture it, you can see it, you can imagine it, you can do it.
Right.
So that's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're always open to new ideas and suggestions, and we'd love to have people come in. We've had groups come in for private, kind of tours of a show, or like I said, of the area, and that's always fun to get input from those around us and who like to have a fun day out downtown.
Yeah. So what are your hours that you're open?
Our hours are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 to 3, and Thursday from 4 to 8. Try to get the evening crowd. We did it during the we didn't have the farmers market this summer,
right?
But we started it when we were having farmers market. But we try to catch a little bit of time for everybody.
Yeah. Well, and that's great. I mean, really, you've got to be flexible. It's kind of like this show. We try to make this live video available to our entire audience.
It's great.
It's tough though, because how do you really nail that perfect day and time down that everybody's able to sit in front of their computer or their phone and watch? So you just do your best, right? So anyway, we're very fortunate. We've got a very forgiving audience, and they work with us. And
that's it. Lincoln's a great audience, and like I said, both my husband and I have just loved Lincoln. Yeah. And my husband served on the planning commission and the city, the chamber, and a couple other different groups, organizations in town.
Yeah.
And we like to serve. That's the way you feel incorporated into a community.
That's right.
By being a part of it, by serving.
I completely agree. That's so true. So, this show is very interactive. And so we always like to encourage the folks that are watching, please ask your questions, make comments, and let us know that you guys have shared our live video so you can be entered into this week's raffle.
Yeah.
So, do we have any questions at this time? Comments?
We don't, but I was wondering, what does your membership include?
Membership includes, there is a card that comes with the membership that offers discounts to, I think, about 25 different restaurants and stores around town. They give they set their own reward or, benefit.
Sure.
So most of them are discounts to a meal or 2-for-1 meal, or discounts off of merchandise and stuff like that. We try to make that sort of a financial, and if you use all of them, you'll make back more than your money that you spent supporting the arts.
Right.
And we use that money. We help to donate items to the Phoenix High School,
Okay.
the continuation school here
Yeah.
in Lincoln. Nina Mazzo has been volunteering there for 4 years. She teaches art to the students there, and she's had a remarkable response from the kids.
Sure.
Really, really great response. And there's things she needs. By the way, she needs acrylic paint. So you can contact me here at the Art League, or you can contact Phoenix High School if would like to help, support them in that way.
Yeah.
Then we also participate in the community art program. We've given part of the donations involved with most of the murals. And so that's a very rewarding thing, because I get comments on Facebook and on my private communications, how people have really enjoyed, going down. And I love the new one. I love the guitarist's hand that goes down, because you see little kids come up and touch his fingers.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And the mural done by Dennis Mortensen on the corner of the dollar store. He did a remarkable job. That was our first mural. Victor Verhoeven, who I adore, he is a sculptor at Gladys McBean. He's also got artwork all over Sacramento area, art in public places. And he is a immigrant from Kyrgyzstan, former Soviet Union, and he was an artist for the state government for a while before he came over. And very, very talented man. He actually has I think he has art right now in what we call the Rotunda Gallery.
Oh.
We support, we handle the Rotunda in the City Hall.
Yeah.
And we put different displays up there, different artists or themes or things like that.
Yeah.
And so he's got work up there that's really fun. And then the Lincoln Hills Painters Group has an art show in Bonarotis.
Okay.
They change that out every few months, and I help set that up, and hopefully going to be doing more things around town, which is fun.
That's awesome. And you know what? Just being a connector in the community and really just helping people to make those connections is so huge.
Well, it's something that I try to utilize, because of my different experience. I used to be a tour guide for Feats of Clay, so I met a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
When we started this, I spoke to anybody, any group, anybody that would sit down and listen to me about the importance of art in the community.
Yes.
And fortunately, I've been able to meet a lot of people. I might not recognize or remember your name, but I remember most faces.
Right.
But it's been, and I can say, I just did this morning. Someone said, "How can I get in touch with so-and-so?" I said, "Just a moment. Okay, they'll call you." I was able to connect them.
Yeah.
And so that's very gratifying too, use my big mouth for something.
Well, and I feel like the more we grow as a city, really to maintain what we have now is just awesome. I mean, but we all have to be kind of the mindset that we're looking to preserve what we have now.
Absolutely.
In our heritage. And
absolutely. And I know our city government is working on that, the city council and the 50-year plan that we have.
Yes.
And even with the new villages that they're bringing in, they spent years on that planning.
Right.
I mean, yes, it's time to kind of relook at it and see if there's any tweaks that need to be changed. But it's a great concept and leaves a lot of open space instead of. I grew up in started off in the San Fernando Valley down south, and then moved to Thousand Oaks. And Thousand Oaks, when I was a girl, was less than 5,000 people.
wow.
We rode our horse down Main Street, that kind of. Now there's 160,000 in a bowl.
Right.
I mean, it's, and the traffic is just awful, and it's concentric circles. You find there's a core, you go to so many cities, and there's an old core, and then it gets newer and newer and newer.
Right.
Well, the village concept, they want to have services within each village. So some things you don't have to travel
Right.
to Roseville, to if you need whatever. You'll have something in your village that you can go walk to.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. No, I like that because I've seen other cities across the United States use the same concept and have a lot of success.
Yes.
Austin's a big one. And so it's pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, hopefully, great things ahead.
Yeah.
There is a certain level. People say we don't want to grow anymore. Well, you need to grow some,
Right.
to get the kind of things that we want.
Yeah.
More services, like more hours at the library, more police, more fire.
Yeah.
You have to have the income to provide that. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
So we'll grow with grace.
Yes. I like that.
So
Do you guys have any additional questions? Any comments?
So the murals, are we?
Yes.
There's a couple of them. So are we?
there's 11.
Are we expecting more murals? And how do you choose who does the murals? And are they city approved?
Yes, there is a committee called Public Art Committee that approves the murals and approves the placement. I had the opportunity to donate 2 mural panels, which are 4 by 8 feet, to the Downtown Lincoln Association Chocolate Ball
Oh,
in
nice.
February. And bless the people that bought them. I raised $5,100 for the Downtown Lincoln Association.
Wow.
And so one mural is finished, the other mural is in process, and hopefully we will finalize where they're going to go.
Can you tell us about the murals?
Yeah.
Cool.
One was sponsored by the Greco family, who are have been rice farmers for generations, I think. He was also a teacher at the high school. Anyway, they wanted a mural that had something to do with rice and Lincoln country and that kind of thing. So I designed a mural that had sunset. I love sunsets. So it's a sunset. It's actually from a picture that I took from the second floor of Gladding one morning when I was working at 6 o'clock or whatever it was. I took the picture, but I turned it into a sunset. And then there's a rice harvester and rice and Canada geese flying off in the sunset. So it was kind of fun. And then the other one was sponsored by, has been sponsored by Christine Mollenkampf Hope. I'm sorry, Christine. Anyway, she's our city attorney, and she said she's always been in love with the concept of blind justice, lady justice.
Yes.
So I'm doing, the panel will stand vertically, and it's a lady justice with the sword and the scales and the blindfold, but I kind of made her a little more modern looking.
Okay.
And the attorneys at the Adams building.
Yes, the fiduciaries.
Yeah. Fiduciaries next to the Versateller.
Yeah.
The Bank of America Versateller.
Yeah, that's where my office is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to go out front.
Yes.
Of that. So,
I know. I'm super excited about that. I didn't realize that we were referring to the same, that's the mural that they were referring to when they were sharing it with me.
Well,
That's
hopefully,
cool.
in the middle of working on these, I had to have rotator cuff repair on my shoulder, which took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So
heal.
that really has slowed me down a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
But I like doing a lot of different things, and that's why I like supporting a lot of different kinds of artists.
Yeah.
So I'm designing pumpkins for 2 pumpkins for the Placer County Association of Realtors.
Yes.
They're having a harvest pumpkin raffle or auction.
Yep.
Well, I've got 2 of those.
Cool.
And I've been having a lot of fun.
I bet.
Because I don't have little kids at home anymore, and so it's kind of fun to kind of test myself. I made a monster to go in one of the pumpkins, and it'll be fun to see how it's received.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
So anyway, I like new challenges.
Yeah.
And I really, people come to me with a concept and I make it happen.
Yeah, just bringing it to life and
Yeah.
making it your own.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Any questions? No, still?
No questions out? That's okay. Do you want to give everybody kind of a pan around so they can see? We're going to have to kind of follow
Okay.
her a little bit
Okay.
because of the microphone situation, but we want you guys to see this awesome gallery and studio, and definitely come in and check it out. So we're here at 586th Street. Here, I'll just sprint around this way.
So you're looking at the gift shop now. And all kinds of stuff. A lot of jewelry.
And does it enter through that door too? Is that like a second part of the gift shop?
Right now, it's also a gallery that we rent out. We rent by the wall or for the whole room. And so that can be a private showing.
Yeah.
A lot of different artists, and you kind of go, how'd you ever think of that? But this is kind of, this is one of the ones that I enjoyed being a part of. Some of my friends, I belong to a challenge sewing group, and so a lot of my friends have entered, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of fun.
Now, I really like these boots. I'll tell you what. Yeah,
Okay,
those are adorable.
I think, I don't know if these are from Janet Decker, and I think they're her boots, but we also have two ladies in our group that are just the most fun you've ever seen. They're both 93, I think now, and they still do artwork, and they wear the most amazing clothes, and they're very supportive and encouraging to those of us who are not quite in the same generation, but they're a lot of fun. And they were actually Jane Delno and Bonnie Dunlap were the judges for this show.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're still putting them to work. So anyway, questions?
Yes, I would love to hear about upcoming events and maybe tell us about some of your bigger events throughout the year.
Okay, one of our biggest events is Clay Day. That happens down at Beerben Plaza, and this year it's going to be, I think, the first Saturday in May. And Gladys McBean donates a pile of clay and a bunch of unfired pipe. And artists come down and sculpt, do whatever. They do carve the pipe. And we send out flyers to every single elementary school child, and I think to the junior high schools, to come down and have fun. And the kids, look what I did. You know, it's a little bowl thing, and they get to paint it. And it's a terracotta clay that won't crack.
Okay.
But, I mean, you can't put water in it or anything like that. But it's one of those things that Mom puts up on the shelf and says, I'm going to save that for the next 47 years.
I have a box. I have a box at home. When we were kids, the big thing to do was to make ashtrays. I think my mom had like 20 ashtrays from me. From sculptures as well. That's funny.
I still have the handprint that my son Steve made, and it's funny. Some people know my son Steve from Bonaratti's restaurant and the gun store and Dillion's, and he's 6'4", this big, and here's a little tiny handprint. he used to be small at one time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is fun. Except one of these days I'm going to say, okay, take it, or it's gone. I remember it. I'll keep it in my head, I'll take a picture of it. And then it's going to live somewhere else.
All right.
But
So that's a big event. Any other big events?
I'm sorry. Yes, I would kind of just, I have what I call SAD. It's Senior Artistic Adult Attention Deficit Disorder.
Do you have to be a senior for that? Because I'll just start talking and go off on a tangent, and then there we go.
it's I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there's a bird.
Squirrel.
Yeah. My husband goes, "Where are you?" I don't know. I thought of 3 things since the last time I talked to you
Right.
in the last 15 seconds. But we have a holiday boutique. We have we participate with some other organizations. The Wine Fest, the Showcase. I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but we try to kind of help, work together, better together. It's hard putting on a big event for a small organization. You know, limited manpower,
right?
And so we do it the best we can. And so Play Day is our biggest day. And the holiday boutique, and we have a members meeting in November, which is our time to touch base with all our members and get any input from them. And elect new new board members and things like that.
Are there ever any opportunities for volunteering?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell everybody what those look like, so if they're interested, they can.
Well, we need most of our volunteers for our receptions and for special events. John Robeck is our fantastic executive director here in art manager and website designer, and but he assigns the volunteers to specific tasks, and just call up, and if you want to come in. And for receptions, we need people to take, check people in, check artists in, different things like that. So he would be the one to contact. We have a great board, local artists, plus Christine, our attorney, Dottie May, Barbara Burge, and Neil DeVore.
It's so amazing how you hear the same names over and over when it comes to just people that are really, really active and helping, and just, it's great.
You mentioned Chris Wyatt when we were talking. I swear she works on everything.
I know.
And there's others, and all the volunteers that work at the museum. If you haven't been downtown in a while, a great way to spend a few hours is to come to the Art League, to go to the Lincoln Area Archives Museum. Tremendous collections. I mean, there are families that have been in Lincoln for 150 years.
Right.
Which is just unbelievable. I worked with, my husband and I worked with Jim Wyatt at Gladding. And his family he's 5th generation.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just, I've never lived in a place that kind of had that kind of history, which is really part of what attracted me to Lincoln.
Right, and it's not just that it's here, but that they're proud. People are proud to be here and happy, and they don't want to leave. That's awesome.
And what I really like telling people about Gladding being an alumni from over there is you can go to so many places. I mean, you can go to Chicago, you can go to New York, you can go to Baraboo, Wisconsin, and Corpus Christi, Texas, and you can see, you might not know it if you didn't have some kind of literature,
right?
But you can see pieces of Gladding McBean that are on buildings, all over the world. And it's pretty amazing. And you took the tour, and you enjoyed it.
Oh, tremendously. And I mean, even just being part of that Leadership Lincoln class, I think that was such a big part of making that class so incredibly valuable. I mean, every day that I went, it was, commitments one Thursday a month for 9 months, I believe. And I think I missed 1 or 2 classes, and I felt robbed. I did, because I missed out, and I knew I missed out on a lot those days. So,
well, I think too that even if you're new to Lincoln or have been here for a while, that is a really good opportunity to know more about your community, to find ways of serving your community. The history of Lincoln is amazing, and it's fun because the more you learn, the more you feel a part of it.
That's right.
Yeah. And looking at old pictures at the museum and different things, And I think I know, between my husband and I think we know a lot of people in Lincoln, and then we go to some function, we kind of go, oh, we don't know hardly anybody. And you realize, there's different groups, and you never kind of come in contact, and unless you make a point of trying. And if you just move and stay in your house and say, I remember when I lived so-and-so and this and that, and you're not going to feel a part.
No.
And that's important, I think.
Yeah, you've got to embrace and enrich.
Yeah.
Those are just two totally important things to do. Yeah.
Because we can also bring, not only do we receive, but we also bring to our community our talents, our experiences,
our energy.
Our energy.
Everything.
Some of us are losing some of that energy, but you keep trying. And I've been walking, and I'm trying to walk farther and farther. Last month I walked from my house to here 3 times.
Wow.
To come to work. It was a little too hot. It's 2.25 miles.
Oh, yeah. I bet you're over by me. Yeah.
Where are you?
In Lakeside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lakeside. Yeah, that way. I'm that way or something.
I'm that way.
Yes. Okay.
I lose my bearings. So I'm like, wait, I was that way. Now I'm that way. So one of the things I wanted to do is just check back. How we doing? Any shares, comments?
Nope.
No? And so that's okay.
A few shares, yeah.
A few shares?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everyone's getting entered into the, okay, good. I just checking.
Yeah.
So your odds are great if you guys are sharing now.
Yeah.
So everyone else will be playing catch up later after they get off work and all that. Yeah,
we're probably know more about the Art League than you ever wanted to, or me.
No, it's great. It's great. Like I said, people have been requesting this interview for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, so people want to know, and I know even for myself, this is one of the treasures of Lincoln that I didn't know very much about. So, one of the huge side benefits and a little selfishness that we ladies get to experience in doing Lincoln Live is that we get to hear this information and get to talk to the people that are actually spearheading all of these different causes and everything. So I understand you're the president and you're the
a creative director, or I have been the creative director. Kind of, I don't know if I still am anymore. But I am the president this year, and so it's been almost 7 years. So it's
labor
it keeps
of love.
me busy. Yeah, labor of love. Labor of labor. When we first started, I was here about 40 hours a week.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, trying to get things going and stuff. And anyway, so that's fallen off a bit. We're going to do it?
So we ready for the raffle?
We are.
Okay. All right, well, Jean's going to do the honors.
Oh, honors.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Not fixed at all.
Oh, awesome. I see who it is. You got to flip around.
Greg Hansen.
Greg Hansen. Woo! Yay, congratulations.
Thank you for using part of your lunchtime to join us.
We always appreciate you tuning in and watching. And then we're going to go ahead and open it up to questions or comments one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up for today. Anybody have any final questions, thoughts, comments?
Not a lot of comments, just
Yeah.
a few shares, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate your time and for joining us today on Lincoln Live, and thank you so much, Jean.
Absolutely.
Really,
I appreciate you coming down. It was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I hope people will join them. I would like invite all of you down for this exhibit and our next for the holiday boutique.
Yeah, and if you guys want to organize a tour, reach out. I mean, I'd love to go on a tour. And
What's the phone number for the tour?
The tour, probably through the Art League, and I'll remember it in a second.
just reach out to Jean Cross.
Yes. We have a website. You can reach me through the website at info@allforart.net, and the 4 is the number 4. And we have, you can go to the website and find out what activities are coming up, what exhibits are coming up. I'll call for artists. If you'd like to join a membership, you can do that online. You can also apply as a board member online.
Yeah.
So we're set up. John's our guru of all things web.
Well, thank you again. We really
you.
appreciate it. And
Thank you.
Learning so much more about the Art League of Lincoln. This is really great. So
Thank you so much for coming.
yeah, and thank you
For
guys for
joining us.
watching. So you guys will see you next week live on Lincoln Live
With George's Friendly Auto.
with George's Friendly Auto.
Aha.